YouTube. Welcome to the preview video for my F1 Challenge 1960 video series. We've got a few more teams in for this season, so I just wanted to run through my choices, obviously, for this season. Alright, well, the first team on the list is Ferrari. It's the Ferrari 256. It has a Ferrari Dino Type 246 engine. It's a V6, naturally aspirated. The car itself is mid-engined. The gearbox is a 4-speed manual. They use Shell fuel and Dunlop tyres. The next car on the list is the Cooper Climax, driven by Jack Brabham and Bruce McLaren. It has a Climax FPF 2.5 litre L4 engine. The engine is, of course, mounted in the rear, and it has a 5-speed manual gearbox, and they use Dunlop tyres for racing. The Rob Walker Racing Team is a new team for this season. This is a Lotus 18 chassis. It has a Coventry Climax FPF engine, 4-speed manual gearbox, and uses Dunlop tyres. The engine is also mounted in the rear, and it is I believe it's an F4 engine or an L4. Yeah, an F4 engine. Lotus, of course, it's identical to the last car that we saw. The only difference is the constructor that uses it. Of course, these are during the times where the constructors could sell their cars to other teams. So this is the same deal as the last car. Well, this is the 1960 BRM P48. It has an S4 rear-mounted engine. It has a 4-speed transverse gearbox, and it uses a petrol and alcohol mix for the fuel. It was custom, and it uses Dunlop tyres. So. The Maserati team use the Cooper T51 from last season, which is essentially the car I drove last season, but modified for the 1960 regulations. The car's still got a 2.5 litre naturally aspirated rear-mounted engine, and yeah, it's exactly the same pretty much as what I drove last season. Yeah, the next team is the Yeoman Credit Racing Team. They also driving a modified version of the Cooper T51 from last season. This is a lot closer to the one that I drove last season. Of course, each team can modify the car to suit their needs, but essentially they get all the hardware, and they have to make the frame, I think, like the monocoque for themselves. This is the Aston Martin DBR4. It is slightly upgraded from the 1959 season. It is a front-engined L6 engine. which is more powerful than it had last season. And it only has the one driver in Rory Salvador. Scarab F1 is an American team, making their debut this season in F1. They have a 2.5 litre front engine L4, and they have one driver in Chuck Day. The equipped team is using an older Cooper car, the T45. Unfortunately, that would put them at a major disadvantage, as it is a much older car. It has a Climax FPF 2.5 litre L4 engine. I believe that's in the front of the car. So my choice for the team will come in the first episode. So until then, I'll see you.